Chapter 30. The Bible cannot be taken literally, and it was likely written with that intent, simply impossible. Why? So that we learn to interpret, to understand impossible, so that we may learn to understand the words we read. Even if it takes a few thousand years. What's a few thousand years in a 14 billion year young universe? Nix. Rachel couldn't bear not bearing children, sons. Verse 1, give me children or I shall die. At the time, women were only possessions of men. Jacob told her she wasn't old enough. What? Whatever. Well, please fuck my maid. Jacob, being a fair man, conceded to fuck Rachel's maids so she could make sons, Dan and Naphtali. Well, Leah said, fuck my maid too, please. Zilpah produced 2 more sons for Leah, for Jacob, for to be on the way to our holy 12, Gad and Asher. All the names have meanings if you want them to. Now comes the story of the mandrakes that Reuben found. Mandrakes are often used by magicians of old for some kind of show. The roots can look a little like humans, but most importantly, they are hallucinogenic, like magic mushrooms. Rachel wanted them and told Leah, go fuck Jacob and give her the mandrakes. So Leah told Jacob he was paid for, and God blessed her with her 5th son, Zilpah. They fucked some more for the 6th son, Zebulun. Then she fucked up and had a daughter, Dinah. Then finally, God remembered Rachel, opened her womb, and she had Joseph. The 14 years were up, and Jacob wanted to go already. Must you go? What must I pay you? Not so much. Just my family and all the sheep and goats with spots and stripes. So Laban's sons took all those kind of sheep and goats and headed for the hills. Jacob then made the other goats and sheep drink and mate in front of peeled sticks. This is just an idiot test. If you buy that bit, you truly are an idiot. That's verse 37 onward if you care to check the original Torah of the Tanakh, the Holy Scriptures. Your narrator's favorite translation by the Jewish Publication Society, a brilliant work. Respect. Verse 43. So the man grew exceedingly prosperous and came to own large flocks, maidservants and men servants, camels and asses. Oh, what tangled webs we weave when first we try to believe. Okay, this is a very famous story about how to make goats and sheep have spots and stripes. You take some sticks and you peel them, you put them by the water where the sheep and goats drink, and then they have spots and stripes. Now, that is about as absurd as you can get. Like that's fairy tale stuff. You wouldn't even have to know the first thing about biology to realize that is completely and utterly nonsense, which most of this book is. And I'm not sure why people don't notice that it's nonsense, because it's plainly and openly written as nonsense. And sometimes I get the feeling that the priests were laughing their fool heads off as they wrote this nonsense, thinking, people are so stupid, we'll be able to even sell them this is the truth. Oh boy. So anyway, yeah, so there's always lying and deceit. Jacob wanted a few sheep and goats, so the sons of his father-in-law took all those sheep and goats and hid them up in the hills. And then Jacob, of course, went and made some new ones with his sticks. With his sticks. Oh, people. Let me read just the last sentence one more time. Oh, what tangled webs we weave when first we try to believe.